We need no crystal ball to predict that the aviation sector in Nigeria is facing imminent collapse. Rising costs of Jet A1, popularly called aviation fuel, dollar shortage, and other factors are pushing airlines out of business and airfares out of the reach of passengers. At the last check, 1 hour domestic fare has hit 150,000 naira per ticket. Jimmy, now I can't travel by road and it's expensive to travel by air. I don't know.
We're in trouble. We're in trouble. I wanted to travel early last week. And I said, okay, give me all the options. Time, airfare, airline.
You know, I told you that doesn't exist again.
Airline.
The 12 o'clock flight, 1 o'clock flight.
No, you see, even when they gave me the options, you just see that an airline had only one flight. And that flight could be when you don't want to fly. Maybe in the night. Just one. You know? Because not only is the Jet A1 very expensive, it is also difficult to find. So it's really causing all kinds of disruptions to the airline business. And if cost of buying that Jet A1 has now moved to more than 70% of the operating cost of airlines. Because before now, the issue of spares, salaries, and the rest were a big deal. But today, the cost of airfares, the cost of Jet A1, the aviation fuel, has risen to account for more than 70% of the operating cost. And this is a business that is almost totally denominated in foreign currency. Pilots get paid in dollars. The spares are bought in dollars.
Everything.
The C check, the D check, everything in dollars. You
outside the country.
Outside the country. So how do you then cope? FX is difficult. A lot of them are forced to go to the black market. You keep telling us that the black market is illegal, is this, is that. But if people can't have access to forex
to get through
the banks and all that, because the banks too continue to do their own shady deals or passing.
You can't get PTA, you can't get BTA.
They pass it to their friends. They will say, okay, there's an aboki there that they imagine from inside the banking hall, you'll be directed to an aboki to sell to you. How are people going to cope? Moving from like 225 naira per liter to about 1,000 naira per liter in just a matter of a few months between March and now. How can they cope? And we seem like a country that when there's a problem, we just resign to fate, we are powerless. These people have been complaining. They went to the National Assembly with the House of Reps, even had a special session on them, conducted by the deputy speaker, Wase. But at the end of the day, we have not seen a single effort to solve the problem. We can't even see. So how are we going to cope with these airfares?
This amount of 150,000. Ordinarily, if you want to travel on first class for local, and that's how much you used to before now.
That was,
so now you will take economy with 150,000, and how much will you take priority?
There was a time last year or early this year that you could get a flight to Abuja on certain days for 15,000. As well. Depends on the time of the day.
If you book early.
And that means this is
online. If you book online.
The mathematicians will call this 1,000% increase under 4 months. And this is a security risk because Abuja is the federal capital. People have to get to Abuja anyway to conduct government business.
Every week.
Some
on
people
a daily basis.
There is no way some people not get to Abuja between Tuesday and Thursday to conduct government business. Some have
even private business.
Some have court cases. That's where I'm going. They have court cases. They have to go. People have to go for Supreme Court hearings. They have to go to National Assembly for all these committee hearings. A lot of people must be in Abuja for that. And the only way to go to Abuja.
Some people live in Lagos. They work in Abuja. They live in other parts of the country.
The
and they
only
work in
way
Abuja.
to get to Abuja is by flights. And now that's out of the reach of everybody. Everybody. Because no matter what you earn, you are spending 300,000 every week for flights. I don't care how much you charge your clients. Go water. Because they cannot take your consultancy fee from X number to Y number. Don't everybody will run away.
You know, for the first time in a long time, somebody was looking for Forex. He couldn't get the friend. We now went to Allen Roundabout. We were looking for $10,000. And for the first time, those malams, those abokis, they were running around to get
mopping it up.
to get $10,000. I was like, this is in Nigeria. I asked, what's happening? He said, that's the country right now. They have to be sourcing out.
It still sold for, on Thursday last week, it still sold for 670. 670.
Now the foreign airlines, like Emirates, they want to stop running.
They are closing shop.
The number of money that is trapped in the system.
The other airlines are threatening, other foreign airlines, KLM, the rest of them, are also threatening to go.
They can't continue to issue their tickets in naira again. When they issue it in naira, you know, the equivalent, at the end of the day,
It doesn't make sense.
But even
May was even telling me that
volatile
economic
nature-
class now, they now charge as much as 1.4 million. Travel abroad. Yes, what we're getting for return of 300,000, 400,000.
Yeah,
It's terrible.
350.
It's difficult to plan when you are not sure
What tomorrow will bring.
of what the exchange rate will be even in tomorrow night. This morning, the exchange rate could be different from what you get in the night.
You know?
So that kind of volatility is in this country that I see it. People can guess, and even plan based on the exchange rate in South Africa,
Yeah, they can
based
see
on
what
the exchange rate even in Ghana. But that's not that's not the situation here. And those airlines, foreign airlines, are struggling to repatriate their funds. If you agreed in the past that yes, you could repatriate your funds in foreign currency, if you allowed that in the past, then once they make that demand, you must find a
must
way.
fulfill it.
But unfortunately, even the CBN has not got enough quantum of dollars to solve this problem. So are we going to wait and see the foreign airlines leave Nigeria one after another?
They're living already.
Nobody, even foreign companies are refusing to come and invest here. Go and check foreign direct investment. The weight has gone down in the last 1 year.
gone down.
Even Ghana surpassed us.
Ekene is calling us from Inewi, that's Anambra State.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us, Ekene.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Babajide, thank you very much. Thank you everyone in the studio.
I greet you,
Thank you
Ekene.
for everything that you people are doing because you are really doing a great job.
Thank
You
you.
are really doing a great job. God bless you all in the studio. I want to talk on the security. Sorry to draw you back.
All right.
I'm in Anambra State now, and today we did not go out. Because we are in a Monday sit at home.
Monday special.
The problem there is not we are not happy that we are sitting at home, but the fear is the fear of insecurity. But because when you go out, your life is at risk. It's either you are killed or you are being kidnapped. That is the fear. It's not we are not happy that we are sitting at home every Monday, not going to our job, not going to our work, not going to our business. But the fear, just look at the sisters that they are just kidnapping in Imo State. That is the fear. Even we cannot even drive around our city. Our city where we are, we can't even drive around freely. Everybody is living in fear. That is the thing. Coming to the aviation ticket to 150 is very uncalled for. Okay, we cannot travel by land. We cannot travel by land. We cannot even travel by train. Even the air that we are trying to manage so that we can be secure. Look at the high cost of the ticket. How many people the question? How many Nigerians can be able to afford it? How many Nigerians can be able to afford it?
Yes,
And people will even like to pay that 150 instead of them putting their. I can pay that 150 because moving on the road, if I would be kidnapped, they will be demanding
Thank you, Ekene.
millions. That is the problem.
The final analysis, in those days when you were going for NYC mobilization and everything, it's just a matter of just go to Djibouti there, just take one, God bless you, say one time, and you are in
Or FG or Yemen.
do you understand? Night journey, Kennedy,
It was fun,
yes, now. Just the next day you are there.
Yes.
The next morning.
There is no greater fun than traveling
By road, yeah.
by road, especially at night. Especially at night. Even in daytime too, it's still fun. You know, all those places where you stop,
Landmarks,
you eat good food, then you take in the fauna of your country, see
You really
the
appreciate-
beauty
you
of your
appreciate
country, the
Nigeria
landscape.
When you travel by road.
I told people in the past that even when I'm going to Ekiti, once I get to the boundary between Osun and Ekiti State, you start looking to your
And
right.
hills.
See the beautiful
Hills.
hills. And even the weather there,
nice.
the weather is cool. If you ever had the opportunity to sleep in F1 you will think that you are somewhere in the north.
Just.
Early in the morning, very cool weather. You know,
That's a
it's a
topography.
beautiful country.
I
But
thought-
before our eyes,
Everything is going to the dogs.
non-state actors are trying to turn the country
Taking over.
to something that that all of us dread. If we've got to defeat insecurity, because there's no option. If somebody tells you now that just to Lagos, the return ticket is 280,000, how do you do it?
280,000.
Yes, Port Harcourt to Kano,
International.
306,000.
Eh?
What's good? Yes. Look, airpiece. When I wanted to travel that previous week, I showed Victoria Ajayi, our deputy financial controller. I said, CO. Because I was amazed. I said, so that it doesn't look like it's me alone talking about it. I said, see, this is 153,000 one-way trip to Lagos.
One way.
Yes, I showed her.
I'm not talking about return again.
One-way trip, 153,000.
Something must
And
be.
it all depends on the time you are traveling. Okay, the farther you go into the day, the cheaper. So in the night, the option that I got for the night was I think 80,000. I said, what is the
And the bad part of it is
that night? Do you know when you will go?
It might never go down to the normal price
Most
again
airlines
in the
run.
country.
They
No, that's
run,
the nature of our
Everything
country.
goes
no,
up.
they run
Never-
one.
Whatever goes up.
They
to
run
not
one
come
when you are
flight.
talking about commodity
Look at
prices and
dollar,
all
look
that,
at
even
everything,
services,
it will not come
once
down.
it goes up in our country,
Nothing
forget
comes
it. Stop
Just
thinking
like
about
that.
it. The people will feel that, look,
You just
let them
adjust.
continue to make the money. Even if the prices of
fuel.
the commodities that push them to increase prices come down, they will still not agree.